Caught you out there, didn't we? We caught you out there. Welcome to the Everton Daily Live, David Moyes. You know what it was? It's because it said it was starting at 1:30 and it started at 33. Normally when it's starting at 1:30, it starts at 1:45. So, ergo, they were early, ergo, we're early. Like that. You don't look like you like it, Dave, but that's what, there we are.
We're here.
Here with Dave Murray. He's in the studio. We just watched a slightly spiky press conference from David Moyes.
He was a little bit perturbed, wasn't he?
He seemed that way, yeah. He didn't seem...
He didn't like some of the assertions that the press were making out, did he?
Did anyone really say anything that was out of order, though?
I don't think so.
Oh, the strikers have scored one league goal between them. Not wrong with that. He didn't like that.
No, he didn't like that. No. Yeah. As the narrative being bad. Well, the narrative, it's good round here anyway.
Yeah. I don't
like
mind
that.
to be fair. Don't mind that one, but the one of, like, you know, the headlines, well, I don't read the paper.
Don't read the paper, yeah.
Who cares?
I'm up for that.
Yeah.
I've got time for that.
So.
Yeah. I suppose it is a way to handle them fluffy, rubbish, generic questions, isn't it?
Just don't.
Because it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
We were just talking off camera when we were saying we want to know who's available, when are they going to be back, how are you going to bounce back from a disappointing defeat, which you already commented about after the game on Tuesday. Everything else is just noise.
Yeah. It's just to keep it going. Or if you're going to be in the room with that journalistic privilege, then use it. And say, okay, if you know, Tierno Barry came off at half time the other night, like, have you spoken to him? What does he have to show you more to turn 45 minutes into 75 minutes? Or what works he doing or whatever? Where do you think he is in his development? To
be fair, he did shut down that angle pretty quick when he went, I picked the team. No one's knocking on my door. Okay, so what are they doing? Because what do they do in training then? How are we training to make them better?
You can ask that, can't you?
Yeah.
You can ask that. Yeah, he can choose whether to answer it or not answer it.
Yeah. In this case, he wasn't up for a lively discussion, as the case was.
Which is fair.
Yeah.
That's his prerogative as the manager. But who knows? Maybe he's just bored of the questions.
I'm bored of the questions, so...
But...
Hey-ho.
There you go. We move on. We move on
quickly and we don't read headlines.
What have you made of it all so far, Dave? So far this season?
I think if you would have told me that we'd be unbeaten at home, we'd lost 2 games, 1 to a dubious penalty, I said, well, that'll be at Anfield.
Ironically, it wasn't.
And we'll be out the cup before the clocks change. I'd probably say, yeah, that's all right.
Normally.
That's par for the course. Yeah. So 6 out of 10. I think if we would have got through in the cup, it would have been 7. So we've got a good chance to redeem ourselves by picking up 6 points over the next 2 games. But I think the recruitment's been good, just not being enough of it.
Yeah. Well, what did you make on the transfer window then, from start to finish? Because obviously we haven't really had a chat since it ended, the window, and Everton, the window slammed shut. What did you make of the transfer window? Slow
burner.
Yeah.
It's just frustrating because we just looked. I know you went, so you have a better idea than me. I didn't get up to watch all the games, but we just looked undercooked completely in America. He was carrying that demeanour of, we're not doing bits, as the kids say.
Yeah.
Not locking things down. So it all come together in the end. Although I would have liked another winger and a right back and a centre midfield player to hold a natural 6.
Yeah.
But I think it was always going to be at least 2 window job, 2 summer windows. Don't exclude if you get some value in January, great. But I think it's well documented that you've either got to pay a premium or you've got to be exceptionally lucky.
Yeah.
So I think Grealish just flipped that narrative on it being a bit of a poor window. And then obviously we've negotiated well, I think. I don't know what your thoughts are on the Diblin deal, because once he was talked about 100 million, then it come down to 80, then it come down to 60, and it was like, actually, we've got an unsettled player here, what do you want to do? And we got him in. But even then, it's the games, we can't afford, like we have in previous years, to just chuck away games. And it felt like Leeds was a chuck away.
Yeah. It was.
But I think we can see where the improvements have got to be made now. Certainly in the full-back positions. Okay, we've got Asnu, but he's just said there he's not quite ready for the first team. Okay, well, when's that going to be? Because you only get ready by playing games. He's not playing in the Johnson's Paint under-21 trophy that they have now. Played one game for that, didn't he, to get minutes.
The
Virtu, yeah. Didn't play in the week. Didn't get on. Coleman was at left back, he hasn't played there since Benfica.
Yeah, and that wasn't great.
So, yeah, I think we've talked about, haven't we, previously, about the whole Brighton model or Brentford model, where you get a couple of players in. One's going to be in our first team, one develop, and then we'll sell, and then one might go on loan, and we'll see what happens. I don't feel we've got quite there because I think we had too many gaps to fill, and we haven't quite filled them all.
What would you say to people who would say, though, that Mail and Roll, maybe not Mail, well, yeah, Mail and Roll, Tierno Barry, Tyler Dibbling, Adam Asnu, are all 23 and under, and are all project players, really. Dibbling, albeit has played 30 odd times in the Premier League, but Roll is coming into a different country, and albeit he's injured, but I think he looked a bit disappointed that he was injured, really.
Yeah, agreed.
But I think he might be back for Palace by the sounds of it. But the others, Barry, Asnu, Dibbling, are developmental players. So we're not sort of doing a little bit of that.
I think, well, we definitely need to bring the average age of the squad down, didn't we? But I think you are right, but it's just how much development can you put fully into a team in one go? Because the Brighton thing that I've just said there, the three things, not all them three are developmental players. Are they the sort of, they've got a role to see where they are, whereas we're trusting, it sounds like at least three of those with Asno a bit far behind to just go in and produce. And we certainly need to get off to a quick start, which we didn't, although we've recovered it well, certainly at home. And then as the season goes on, we've got the AFCON coming. It's going to be, that's where you're hoping like Roll will come into his own if he can get in the groove and stay fit. It's difficult. So I think I just would have liked a bit better balance, maybe, particularly with, relying on Idrissa Gana Gueye and even Tim Irabunam, who has not really played a lot of minutes in his career. You're asking them to just step up a level, and all of a sudden, instead of having 4 players, you now got to asking 7 or 8 to step up a level, and it becomes too much a burden to try and gel a team in one go.
Yeah, I mean, the team's definitely improved. There's no question about it.
Oh, absolutely.
And Monday should hopefully see the main 3 back in Grealish, Dewsbury Hall and Jay. I'd stick with Barry again Monday. He'd be the one I'd start with. And yeah, listen, it's got to create more chances, and we've got to get more shots on target.
Got to make the keeper work, haven't we? It's all right talking about shots and XG. How much is the opposition keeper working? We'll go back and look at them games. Martinez, 2 world-class saves. Okay, Keane should have definitely scored in stoppage time, whatever. But in terms of the debate over the 2 centre forwards, well, it's a toss-up. It's what you like. But if we're not creating anything for them, it doesn't matter who's playing there, does it? Because we're not. I can't think of them missing sitters.
They've not missed sitters, really. Well, yeah.
The Beto one when we pulled back in the Villa in the first minute.
And the one where Garner crossed it into him right after half-time. He only had to flick it. It was a goal. He miskicked it. Barry hasn't had loads of sitters. He ran through against Villa on his left side and it's into the side net and albeit deflected. But they've not been missing open goal. Well, Barry certainly hasn't had anything like what Beto's had in front of goal.
No.
And that's the challenge. The challenge is to create good quality chances. That's what it is, and then to take them.
Yeah.
And you've got to get past West Ham by hook or by crook. I think if you get past them, get a win. There's another win on the board on Monday night. I think everyone will be bouncing again.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it is. Get into double-figure points quickly as you can.
Yeah.
And then you do the next little section. Can we win the next 2 home games? 100% we can.
Yeah.
You know,
You stay
Palace will be tough.
Yeah.
Because they have confidence as anything and flying.
and they're dogged.
They've also got a European game on the Thursday, which is good for us.
Yeah.
Because they'll want to do well in that. West Ham are on their arse at the moment. You know, and it's about time we went out and put them to the sword. A team like that. Go out and put them to the sword properly.
Yeah.
2 or 3-0. Just get it done.
Yeah, stay in the top half. Keep the good feeling of being unbeaten at home. We haven't been in the top half for 4 years or whatever since Rafa was here. It's ridiculous. So we finally got a win in August. And we just got to keep that going. They're rocking. It's when, not if, they change Potter. They just don't look like a team, and they're terrible at defending set pieces, and we're terrible at taking them.
We are.
So if we can improve that just by at least 1%, we might have a chance, because we've got players who are 6 foot plus. We're a big team. You know, there should be no excuse for having poor delivery. So yeah, I'm with you. I think this is a big opportunity to go and not do an Everton and go and spank these by, you know.
We've got to get
3,
away
4.
from this, haven't we? We've got to get away from all of us going, these are very good, but you know what we're like. This has got to be 3 points, standard 3 points. This play, win, move on. Palace at home, play, win. As decent a side as they are, the Crystal Palace. Play, win. Because that's when momentum will pick up and attitudes will shift. You know, and that's the way we've got to take it. If we'd have won at Wolves the other night, everyone would have been buoyed already for this game. I'd have said this yesterday. I'd have been far more concerned if we were sat here and Everton had played the main team and got beat 2-0 by Wolves, who'd made 9 changes. I'd be thinking, what the hell's going on here? So we can't sort of hide behind the 7 changes and go, didn't have our best players. Fine, we'll have them Monday. We've got to go out and do it. They're feeling sorry for themselves. Possibly they're all sort of going, like what you've just said, this is if not when now. We change him. And if you're one of them players and you're not really buying in, a goal goes in and you've 1 down, heads go down. And that's what we've got to do. The key for us, get in front on Monday and then put them to the sword. Because the gaps will open up and they'll be like, put whatever you want past us, because then this might end and we'll move on to something different.
We come out flying and get a goal in the first quarter of an hour. You could end up with 4 or 5, which I always feel like that against West Ham, home or away, to be honest. But I think you're right about the changes, but at the same time, I know in the comments a lot of people have said, I want this player playing and whatever, but we've talked about having a squad, and hardly any of them players, if any, took a chance on Tuesday. So this is where we need to get to have a squad. Look at City, you know, playing. I feel old because the Eski's sons were playing. Got on and they just walked 2-0. You know what I mean? So we need to get to that point where we can just throw a kid in or whatever, and we're nowhere near it.
No.
And then players,
you can't even throw a kid we just bought for 9 million.
No. And then players are going to have a part to play, and they can't be coming into January, which is, or December, January, whenever, coming in cold. So if you don't play them on Tuesday, when do you play them? And it just shows the work that we've got to do. Coming back to, you named all them players, why you can't have so many who we're trying to develop. You have to have a core. But I ate that cup anyway. So, and it was voluntary until we decided we didn't want to volunteer. Little history lesson for our viewers. 70-71.
Yeah. School of Science CV said, do you think he's had fans questioning his Carabao Cup decisions? I think he has, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has.
I think a lot of people.
I think it's natural, isn't it? You're starved of success, and then you go out so meekly like that. After, people are saying a poor team, but they've all got to go out and do it. Not all. They're not bad players, are you? Don't turn into a bad player overnight. I know these are not the views of certain members of the management and about certain individuals, but they were in Everton's team last year. And, you know, we've had, how many defeats has he had now? 5? Moyes since he come back? Was that the 5th or the 6th?
He's had 5 in the league, I think. 6 in the league.
So 7
overall.
So 7 defeats.
8.
Yeah.
If you include Bournemouth as well in the cup.
Right, 8 then. But
I do the league thing. 24 games, 6 defeats.
That's it.
So
yeah.
That's the way to look
And
at it.
a lot of them players were already playing, or not.
Well, the cup's gone, hasn't it? It's gone,
Oh, yeah.
so it's all about the league now.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's it. We don't read the headlines. We move on.
Got to just go. He's got to move on. He might not be happy that people have had I think a few in the press had a go on him.
Absolutely.
Questioned why Everton had done it.
Yeah.
And that's why I think he's walked in, seeing some faces he had a little cob on. But people will question it because, like you said before, it's a long time Everton have won a trophy, and to make so many changes. Even though Wolves made 9, he's right. Wolves made 9 and won the game, so it was about the result. But I think a lot of people looked at it and thought, 3 or 4, we'll get away with them. We can beat these and be in the next round. But they got Chelsea at home, didn't they? Wolves in the next round.
I think you made a good point offline about the commercial benefits of that trophy. You get £1 million for winning it, and it's 2.5, is it?
2.3.
2.3 million for the league place. So if you've not got a squad to cope with it, you're giving players chances. It's seeded and fixed, and there's not much you get out of it. Kind of get it.
I think a lot of managers
but I'd love it. We'd all love a pot in,
of course.
in March, April, May, February, whatever it is. So I suppose it's where you want to put all your onions, do you? He's well in the league basket. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's going to die on that hill. And for the last couple of seasons we've had, if we're constantly looking up, which we feel like we are, okay, the cup can be a sideshow. We'll go all in for the FA Cup, hopefully.
Yeah, listen, at the end of the day, we all want to be in the top half, don't we, chasing the European places through the league position.
Yeah.
Be great to have a League Cup run, but if we finish 16th and lost in the League Cup final, people would be fuming, saying it's a terrible season. If we finish 7th or 8th and got in the Conference League, people would say it's a good season. Because overall, you've had to win more games to get to that stage. So, from a perspective of him,
just on that, so let's look at Roberto, right? 2 semis, a quarter final in Europe, and didn't we finish 11th or 12th? And it was a disaster, and he got sacked. So, which way do you want to go with it? What you say? Everyone says I want a good cup run. I don't want a cup run. I want to win a cup. Yeah.
So it means nothing. Everton gets to the only thing you would say is you're creating a feel-good factor. You get through, you get a home side, another 50,000. That's sort of a bit more revenue that way, albeit you split it, a portion of it. It's good like that. But you're right, if we're not going to win it, then what does a cup run mean? It just means disappointing further down the line, doesn't it? Where if you offered me, like I've just said, a Conference League place or a defeat in the cup final, I'd rather get a Conference League place through my league positions.
Yeah.
Because I know that's weighted in one way, you're getting a reward, but say it was the old style where you lost in the final, but you got the European place because they were already in Europe.
Yeah.
Or you just had a good run and finished and qualified yourself.
Yeah.
I'd rather qualify myself than lose a cup final and be given that place because Chelsea have already won something else, and you know what I mean? That kind of thing. So that's why.
Yeah, you don't want it by default.
Well, that's why I'd take it by a raffle at the moment. Well, yeah. Getting Europe, but you know what I mean? Yeah. Managers will always step back and look at it and go, well, what are we building towards? Well, if we finish 8th, say, and we got in the Conference League, revenue-wise, way up the league because of the Premier League prize money. We're in Europe, so we've done a big tick, European football. If we're doing that well that we are in the race for Europe, we're on TV more, so more revenue.
Yeah.
So overall, the overriding thing is, well, that's how we judge progression, isn't it? If Everton had good cup runs and Moyes was here for 3 seasons, and we're like, well, we got to the FA Cup quarter final, that was a good run. Or
I don't remember any of that when he was first
in the semi-final, but we finished 14th and 15th every season he was here. People wouldn't look at his progress. People would just go, crap, that we never improved because we were always 15th. I know, yeah, but you got to 2 semi-finals, a League Cup and an FA Cup in that 3 years. So what? We got beat. Whereas if Everton were 7th and 8th and in Europe for the 3 seasons that Moyes was in charge, hypothetically speaking, we'd all be like, done a great job even in Europe.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Do you know, if we would have won on Tuesday and he would have played full strength and Idrissa got a bad injury and was out for the season, people would be fuming. Why'd you play him? Why'd you go full strength? And he's the one who really knits everything together. So we just look like a team lost without him.
It's hard. Listen, I was disappointed. I said to you, though, I was more disappointed with the way we played.
It's the manner rather than the result.
Yeah, the defeat is depressing because he shouldn't, in my opinion, he shouldn't be losing to any Wolves team.
No.
Really. And that was depressing enough, but the way we played, we were terrible. And it annoys me when you've got players and you've had people in the comments, why is he not getting on the pitch the other week? Why isn't Dwight McNeil getting on the pitch? He plays and he's terrible, has a terrible performance. Other players come in and don't do the business. That annoys me. Those players should be chomping at the bit to play for Everton.
Yeah.
Going in and going, this is my chance. I'm going to run around like a madman.
Yeah.
I'm going to get my foot on the ball. I'm going to be getting shots away. I'm going to show the fans that I really want to be and show the manager that he's been making a rick every week by not playing me.
Yeah.
And there wasn't. It was so passive. And it was like, if I'm David Moyes, I'm thinking, like, all you're doing is proving why you're not playing, mate.
Yeah.
So the ones who come in, and I include Tierno Barry in that, and I've watched Tierno Barry and seen him improve and know that he can do all right for us. He didn't do enough the other night. He can't go on a pitch and get a titty lip on because of defenders roughing you up. That's
job, English football.
That's it, though. That's what defenders do.
Yeah.
The defenders are defenders because they're crap footballers.
Yeah.
So they kick you. That's what they do. That's why they play at the back.
Yeah.
And another one plays at the back because he doesn't want to get involved, but he likes pointing, and everyone says he's the best ever.
Well, that's it. Yeah.
But that, in general, the worst footballers play at the back.
Yeah.
Because they're not good enough to play anywhere else. So they're going to kick you because the job is to stop you. So you've got to be smarter than that. So Tierno Barry's got to be smarter than that. Beto come on and had less touches than Barry.
Yeah.
So what's that telling you? You're taking someone off as a manager because I personally think he took him off because I think he thought he was going to get sent off.
Oh, because of the booking, yeah.
Right, but if you take him off, you're expecting your big number 9 who you've left out to go on and be all guns blazing, that in people's faces, and he has less touches than the lad you took off. Sending a message, isn't it?
No. Charlie, again.
Charlie Alcaraz.
How good he's been driving, none of that.
He had one go where he created the chance for dribbling, that was it. Not involved enough. Yeah. McNeil. Just wants to take corners, does he? Well, we're not an American football team, are we?
No.
She's got to do more.
Yeah. Tim.
Irabunum might have been feeling a bit, I've get my chance this season.
Yeah.
He's given a chance and is innocuous, really. If Merlin Roll had been fit, Irabunum, and when Roll's fit, and if he stays fit, Irabunum will go down the pecking order.
Yeah. So
these lads who might be thinking, I didn't deserve my chance here. I've not done enough.
No.
And that's what and Moyes sort of hinted at that before, but no one's knocking on my door.
Yeah.
Because I'd have said the same. I'd have said, who can knock on my door after that? Tell me. Do you know what I mean? I would have asked.
You should have put the question back on
I'd have said,
yeah.
Who could knock on my door after Tuesday and not be happy that they're not playing? Because none of them came in and covered themselves in any glory whatsoever. Not one of them.
No.
Only
Jimmy Garner, and he's playing anyway.
James Garner's playing well and playing really well, and he's in anyway.
Yeah.
So, I think Taki was okay.
Yeah.
Michael Keane, I didn't think had a good game the other night. Seamus done all right for doing what he was doing, but why was he there?
Yeah.
At left back, play him at right back, no problem. Get him in there. So I think the lads have got to look at themselves who come in and just go, I didn't perform to the level I think I can. And they should be more, and he said that, they should be more disappointed than he is because he picked a team he maybe thought could win the game. And they've gone out and underperformed. The goalkeeper didn't cover himself in any glory. So
and that's the difference, isn't it? That's the difference between what we're trying to build towards. And he said it as much as well about having high standards and something you want to get to. They need to do a lot better, and it's not like a case of we know what they're, Peds, and you've done it as well. Peds starting 11. It's like a running joke, wasn't it, last season? Well, I'll just copy and paste from last week. There's none of that. It's standards and improving yourself. Go out and prove why you're not in the team.
Yeah, that's it. And we can all sit here and go, we've got a better bench than we've had for years. And we have, on paper.
On paper, that's it.
I mean, we talked before, off when we were just chatting away about Nathan Patterson. I'd be embarrassed if I was Nathan Patterson at the moment. I'd be a little bit embarrassed. There's just been a Carabao Cup game and I couldn't get on the pitch. And there's a 6.5 foot fella, centre-back, playing instead of me.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get on the pitch. So I'd be wound up. I'd be saying to the manager, why have I not got to go? Why is a centre-back who plays every minute anyway, why is he playing instead of me?
Yeah.
I might not like what comes back. But he should have been building to that game. He's on the bench against Villa.
Yeah.
He's on the bench at Anfield.
Yeah.
So he should have been thinking, I'll be playing against Wolves. And when a manager picks his team, I'd be going to see him and go, Gaffer, how come I'm not in here?
Yeah. And he had to pop at him in the week, didn't he? Say he needs to get fit and stay fit. That's been Nathan's problem here. But we said it, didn't we? He's 6 foot plus. He's quick. He's strong. He can cross it. Isn't that what we wanted as a fullback? Gets forward,
but obviously,
coming inside, outside, whatever. So why isn't he? And we said, the best players do it. Why isn't he staying back in training instead of getting off at 11:30 or whatever training?
Showing a manager that I want to put everything
I'm going to do this. You know, John Joe Kenny under Frank, go out running on his own, and he's in the team. Just, you know, because he's just
doing the extra, even if it's to get away in January.
Yeah.
Go and get yourself in the best possible shape. Play some games.
Yeah.
You know, he's another one. He should be frustrated. I'm sure he is massively frustrated. I don't think Everton have done him any favours either.
No, he's being mismanaged.
Yeah,
but
he's being mismanaged. But
he needs to then come and do that every day for himself.
Yeah.
And he needs to make himself indispensable. Like, there's no way you can't pick me.
Well, what do you say? You say to, you know, I would say it to my lad if he wasn't in. Well, you've got to go and do more then, haven't you? There's a reason why you're not in. Go and do more.
Yeah.
Do everything you can. If you still can't get in, it might be an agenda from the manager or whatever, but remove all the excuses. Go out, work your bollocks off, train, do extra. If the manager doesn't want to pick you, that's not on you. You do your bit.
Yeah.
You know, like you say, when you get a chance, like they got a chance the other night, them lads should have been running everywhere, doing everything they could. Remove any excuse the manager can throw back at you. If you're just not playing well, you're not playing well, but don't walk. I've seen quite a few players walking about, particularly when they scored their first goal, just walking.
Yeah.
Like they hadn't have a care in the world. Instead of going, big lad there with a big gold shirt on, who might be a problem. Do you think I should run in and maybe put him under a bit of pressure? No, I'll just stand there kicking my heels. It's not good enough.
Effort.
It's not good enough.
It's the one thing that you're not blessed with, and it's the easiest thing to give.
That's it. So you've got to, them players have got to do it. The top clubs have players who are itching to get in and perform.
Yeah.
And but I guess that's why they're at top clubs. But
that's it.
But that's the culture, and I think that's what he's got to try to create. And hopefully that's what Everton.
We've had a culture of not having that, and we're not having high standards.
It felt like that.
And there's a lot of overhang from that still. And you can see, you know, I'll be playing no matter what, can do whatever. But, you know, like when boxers are training for a fight, they train in 5, 6, 7 minute rounds for a 3 minute round. So it's all extra, isn't it? So to use that on Patterson, particularly who's been beset in his time here with injury problems, do everything above and beyond. So there's no way you can get injured unless you break your leg or something unfortunate, that you're in the best possible condition. Just, you know, otherwise that's it. You're going to end up at West Ham, you know, or any other of these clubs, or abroad, just kicking your heels, because that attitude will just follow you.
Yeah.
Because when you leave here, it's a lot of it teams, it's way down. So, and players need to realise that they're lucky to be playing and putting on that shirt. You know, the people who mention these names in the comments or whatever, you know, they're never going to get any better. Do you think they're going to go on to City from here? Or Real Madrid?
No way. They're going down.
Branthwaite might. Anyone else? Tell me who. So, give your head a wobble.
The same effort in the 3,010 Evertonians put in on a Tuesday night to go down there to watch a League Cup.
Listen, I keep saying this, right? I'd love to go to an away game. We're shit. And it's a nightmare to get tickets. And I'm being away for about 3 or 4 years. So
So
what does that tell you?
Those fans who are travelling all over the place deserve better. They deserve the effort. You might get beat. You give everything. You lose games of football.
Yeah.
You know, unless you're the devil, you've got a pact with the devil.
Well, that's it.
But in general, you lose games of football. And Evertonians, I think, are honest enough to go, if the lads have had a right good go at it, they'll clap you off.
Yeah.
They'll clap you off. If you've had a go and it hasn't worked, you can be frustrated. It's when we look and think, you could have done better.
It's when you see Walkers.
Could have give everything. Yeah.
If you've come off and you've got something in the tank, then...
I think the players got clapped off at Anfield on Saturday and just lost a derby, but the fans seen them have a go, particularly second half. We lacked a little bit of quality, but there's not much you can do about that, but they had a go. Liverpool were hanging on a bit.
Yeah.
And nervous about it, and they got clapped off. So it's not like, you don't get clapped off if you lose a game of football, because it's not like that. As long as you give everything, every one of you give everything, you'll get clapped off and the fans will get behind you.
Yeah.
And that has to be the minimum. Yeah. Every player who we put on knows that they've got to go out and run the bollocks off.
Yeah.
And you want quality, of course you do. Can't just be running around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I do think there is some quality on that bench, but it's no good going. He's not a bad player. If they never go and show it, that means nothing.
No, exactly. Yeah, and like we just talked, like the effort and the doing the extra, right? 3 players in recent memory. So John Joe, Umar, you know, when I played for the under-21s back, and all of a sudden, I think it's about 6 years to the day since this week. Then he got that brace against Bournemouth when he came on, saved Koeman's job.
More than that, 8. 2017.
8. And Strakolazi. No quality, just effort. And everyone loves them.
Yeah. But
so,
we must remember though, let's go back. We must remember that we've been generally quite good when we've had what we'd say is our best 11 out. We have.
Yeah.
Bar that opening half an hour against Leeds, which was shambolic. Terrible performance. And we didn't have Jack Grealish in that side.
No, we didn't.
Things like that. And we haven't had Branthwaite, and he does make a big difference to us.
Or Mikalenko.
Keane's done all right, but Branthwaite's a much better footballer. And Michel's been in and played 2 league games, hasn't he? And that means James Garner's not in what he would say is his best position. So there is a couple of caveats, and we have done okay, but Monday's a big opportunity, that's all I'm saying. But I just think that if you're a player who's in this squad now, then you need to be doing more to get your chance, and when you get it, you need to grab it with both hands, because you can't come into a team when Jack Grealish is sat on the bench and walk about.
Jack doesn't walk.
Jack doesn't walk, but he's quite a good football player.
Well, yeah,
he can use both feet.
But like you said, coming back to the effort, the best players still run around, don't they? Jack has surprised me. I didn't realise how good he was in terms of his all-round effort.
Yeah.
And it's
putting tackles on and that.
Yeah, exactly. And fighting for the team, and there's no walking, and there's no histrionics that go along with it. Just seems to be no airs and graces or baggage with him, does it?
Quality, knows how good he is, doesn't he?
No, but it's getting in the trenches.
No, but that's what I mean.
Team.
So he knows how good he is. So it's the other stuff.
Yeah.
And he knows coming here. He said himself, David Moyes is the reason why he's come here.
Yeah.
And he said, obviously, Everton are a big club. He knows that. But Moyes is the big reason. And Moyes said to him, you start on the bench. He's got to work to get in the team, and that's a great attitude. That's what we need. So
that's it.
We've got to go, and everyone's got to be at that level.
Yeah.
And I think the others the other night just weren't.
No, they got to look at themselves.
So now it's a case of raising that and see where we go with it.
Yeah.
Because I think, let's not go let's not go overboard. It was a cup tie in which we made 7 changes, and it upset us. We didn't yell, of course. But what we did do was we still were probably the better team, really. Or we had more attempts at goal. But that's the big issue. I keep going back to it. Is the finishing.
Yeah,
you've got to hit the target. You have 18 shots. Their keeper should be making 5 or 6 saves, not
easily.
2.
Yeah,
1
in 3.
I think we had 4 on target the other night. But we've had a save that he made a decent save a good save from Michael Keane, to be fair, off a long throw. Was a good save, and he made a good save from James Garner. The other one was a catch, really, and one that he saved with his feet, but it was a knockdown, so it wasn't really I wouldn't have called it he did save it, but it's not like he's overextended, it was just Adam. But he should be getting man of the match if we're having 18 shots.
Yeah.
Their keeper.
Yeah.
And, at Anfield, I think we had 9, 2 on target. One's a goal, the other one
is a pass
was
back.
a back. Villa, what was it, 20 attempts at goal, 2 on target. That's not good enough.
No.
That ain't good enough. That 20, it should be ratioed, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
We should be you should be hitting the target 50% of your time. If you're having 20 shots, it's 10 should be on target.
Yeah.
I know that might be the high end, but that's what I'd be looking for.
Yeah.
8 to 10 on target. Off 20 attempts at goal.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what you should be aiming for.
Yeah.
But
we're not working keepers often enough.
not at all. Gary says howdy as he would. Pat says hola. David Eo says take it. The press conference was rubbish. Well, it wasn't rubbish, but he was just a bit
confrontational.
He was a bit edgy, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
and some of the
maybe he was hangry.
He might have been. Half one on a Friday. Imagine he normally does it then.
But he was late because it's always late.
But he was only 3 minutes late though. Normally he's 15 minutes late. So I'm suggesting.
Can I just say late is late?
I know, but you're right. You're spot on.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say was maybe he's normally 15 minutes late. I reckon he just grabbed something on the way, a little protein bar or something, and it just keeps the hunger down for him. He does his press conference and then he goes and has his lunch.
Right.
And today I reckon there's no protein bars. He looked as though Mark Travers had just nicked the last protein bar.
Yeah.
Him or Dwight.
Yeah.
Or, actually, no, Adam Asnew had nicked 3 of them.
Yeah.
And that's why he's a while away from playing. Because he's fuming.
Yeah.
Really, he's thinking he's not that far away, but he's nicked 3 protein bars.
Yeah.
So
now it's an extra week.
Away.
Yeah.
Extra 2, I'd say.
Really?
Yeah, I reckon that's 2-week protein bar fine for Asnew.
Okay.
I think that's what he's done.
That's an interesting theory.
I think that's what he's done.
Yeah.
Because normally he's drinking his coffee and he's a bit jovial and looking around.
Yeah, and saying to the press, "Oh, you're usually drunk at this time," and all that.
No,
none of that.
Just like fuming.
No jokes.
No jokes today.
No. Deadpan.
Fletcher says sometimes results matter. All the time the results matter, boss, says Fletcher. Yeah.
Yeah.
David Savage says we can't afford or attract the finished article, so prospects is all we can do. What do you say to that, Dave?
It's a big wide world out there. Just look at where we're shopping. Other teams do it.
Where do you think then we've wasted money then this summer? If we're,
I wouldn't say wasted, but I think I said we hadn't done enough. The recruitment's been good, but so we still needed a 6, still needed a right back, still needed another winger, another centre forward.
But wouldn't he say that Merlin Roll is sort of the midfield player that he wanted?
Okay.
Because he can play in a 6, he can play in a running 8, as they call it.
Yeah.
He can do all that.
Basically, he's a midfielder.
Player
Yeah.
Which is what it should be.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
he's a running 8.
Yeah, he does everything. Oh, so he's an old school midfield player then.
Tickle in my throat. I apologise. So where are we short then?
So okay, we'll take him out the equation. Right back.
Yeah. I think they were trying to get a right back.
Yeah.
In the last 24 hours, but why was it the last 24 hours? Is the question.
Yeah.
You talk about Kenny Tete, but that was dead early on. That was
June.
Before it opened,
yeah.
I personally wanted a fast right winger.
Yeah.
And we bought Tyler Dibling.
Yeah.
Which was an odd choice to me. As good as a footballer he is, and I actually think he'd be good for us.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
I still thought, is he the direct pace we were looking at though? Now, I've said this before, just because I think we need direct pace, the manager might not. The manager might be like, well, no, because we build up this way. That's fine. He's not always going to be, seeing it the same as me, and I'm not going to see it the same as him. But I think we've got no outball anywhere in the team.
Yeah.
And I don't think Tyler gives us that. But because apparently they were still looking for another right winger when they got Dibling as well. They were still open to another one. Okay. So that sort of gives me a bit of faith that he was looking at it thinking maybe. But that was, I think, on the proviso that McNeil was sold. And I think McNeil it was loans that people had sort of spoke about with Dan. That was never happening.
Right.
So therefore, it wasn't a real. I don't think there was a real look. But I really thought we needed some pace there. We definitely need a right back. We know that because Jake's a centre back. I thought if we let Chimiti go, we'd get another striker.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I thought we'd leave ourselves a bit short.
Yeah. And it only takes an injury.
Said and Jai would be the striker choice if the other two weren't available.
Okay, but you still need pace in the team, don't you? You still need, like you say, we've got no outball.
But
and we've just talked about the squad. The squad's not there, is it? So the pair of them are getting what looks like a half each every week. Well, it's not rolling subs. Yeah. So what's going on?
Listen, he said very early on, it won't be done in one window. I was in the room in New York when he said he needed 10, 9 or 10, and we got 9. So it's about piecing it together now. And that's why, again, I go back to the striker coach thing. Squeeze everything we can out of the two we've got. Squeeze it, give them extra coaching. There's, the backroom staff are made up of two defenders, a midfield player, and a winger. Okay? There's a big, massive gap for a proper centre-forward coach.
In an era where everything's specialisation,
that's it.
It is strange to me.
Just get a consultant in to do it once.
You had it, didn't you? Didn't you have it when you were at Everton?
Yeah,
it would come in, it would keeper. No,
yeah, Gordon Banks
come in with Neville Southall.
When there was no specialist really, Gordon Banks came in and worked with the goalkeepers with Nev. Yeah. We had Nev, who was unbelievable. Bobby Mims, people like that, and Gordon Banks came and couldn't believe it. I mean, that to me, it was just like, who's this Gordon Banks fella? I knew him, but it wasn't a big thing. But when I went home and said to me dad, I was training with Gordon Banks today, he was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah. But he came in then.
Yeah.
We've seen people right the way through bring people in. Liverpool have a specialist for everything. Liverpool had a bleeding surfer in when Klopp was there to work on balance.
Yeah.
They took 2 nuclear scientists to do their, what area to put the ball into and break down all them algorithms to see what, and they win everything. So, maybe, just maybe they're doing something right.
Yeah.
So let's squeeze a little bit more, and I questioned Sean Dyche over this, and I'm gonna question David Moyes over it.
Yeah.
Go and get a centre forward coach.
See what Gary Birtles is up to?
No. Maybe not.
So are you thinking someone more current?
Possibly. Feels as though the game might have moved on in 40 years.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. We'll put him down as a maybe.
I don't think Birtles has got the facilities for that big man. I really don't. No. He looked like the Yorkshire Ripper as well, hadn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Forest, He had too much of that beard going on.
But in let's say like an area of specialisation, everyone's on about set pieces coaches, which you could do at one of them as well.
We could do it one.
Yeah, but after
the consultant,
Duncan,
getting it exactly.
Wayne,
whoever. Yeah, there's others.
Doesn't matter. There's loads. There's probably
loads.
What's the
clubs have them.
There's what's the manager who's just gone in at Morecambe.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
but them, under the radar coaches who are brilliant are just everywhere.
Well, Anthony Barry, who's Social's assistant manager at England now, was a set-piece coach.
Yeah.
But he's a highly rated coach, and I know Frank tried to bring him back, but he was off at Bayern, and he's at England now. He's a brilliant coach. There's lots of good coaches.
Loads of them out there.
If you just have an open goal and say Rooney for now, right, just off the top of my head, because he's a striker who scored hundreds of goals for Manchester United, England's top scorer, blah. If he was coming in once a week, and it could be someone totally different, I'm just using him because he's not doing anything.
Yeah.
Come in once a week and done an hour and a half with the lads, striking, showing them, have all your data, have your iPads out with where you need to be, show them clips in the media room, and prepare them in that way to get extra out of them. Then you're covering every base then.
Yeah.
So come on, Duncan. Back to goal play, whoever, Everton had, I've said this before, but Everton had the Scottish fella who worked with England as well. He was, I think, under Marco, they had him for about 6-8 weeks to do a bit of work. I can't remember his name. England had him anyway. But he done the Gillette things as well when Everton had a little deal with Gillette, so they had those videos where they done practicing and finishing.
Right.
With them who could score the most. He had a few of the plays and he had like a thing, but he done that as well. So he done a little bit with the strikers, but he also done this thing for Gillette. He was a freelancer. Keep forgetting his name, but he worked with England as well, with Harry Kane and so on gone. So he worked with Harry Kane, who's unbelievable. Think he might be all right just working with Beto, who can't, that kind of thing. It's like, can we do that? Can we look and go, let's just try that. Let's see if we can squeeze an extra 1 or 2% out of those two. Just give them a bit of specialised stuff, lads, rather than it being coming from a defender or a winger or whatever.
I wonder what they do in training. Really do.
I'm sure they do good quality drills.
I'm sure they do, but this specialisation, word of the day, it seems like now it just doesn't.
Well, you wouldn't have a goalkeeper being coached by a winger, would you? Really?
No.
In an ideal way. Everton don't ever have a specialised keeper.
Yeah.
They all go off for the goalie group. They get all sorts of data. I've had Alan Kelly on inside the game, and he was talking about all the work he did, planning the week and everything around this with the keepers. So if goalkeepers, which is really, I know it's a more specialised position than a centre forward, but it's a key area of the pitch. So if we're putting that much effort into keeping the ball out the net, what wins games? Goals. We can put loads of effort into being a difference maker.
Yeah.
It could be one bit of advice for Beto.
That's that 1%,
changes it. Yeah, or one piece of advice for Barry. Something no one showed him before, or something that he doesn't realise he's doing.
Yeah.
Where you go, look, get that out your game. Do this instead. Might open it up for him.
Yeah.
But trying to make these players the best he can be, aren't we?
Yeah.
Can't always get someone in and drop them in and go, just go and be boss.
That's it.
Because it doesn't work.
Well, do you think prospects become the finished article just by playing? It's not. It's it's coaching.
Everything that goes in with it. So I'd be looking, me personally, if I was David Moyes, I would be looking for everything.
Yeah.
Everything, honestly. I'd be trying to do everything. And going, look, I can sleep at night because I'm putting, and listen, he's hard, we know he is, he's a hard worker. Angus Kinnear come in and off camera as well, saying how much work he does. He's diligent at everything. Well, I mean, for all I know, they're doing this, but as far as I'm aware, they're not. Go and get a striker coach in, even if it's a short-term contract for 3 months.
Yeah. Well, the window's closed, so why not
edge it up, and see.
Do everything that you can with that constraint around.
I want, just there's Yusuf Chimiti saying no one, I didn't have a relationship with any of the managers who played under at Everton. So Sean Dyche and David Moyes, and now, I've got a great relationship with this one and all that.
Yeah, well, he won't be there long, so yeah,
exactly.
You put that relationship in the bin.
And he's just got 4.8 out of 10 on the ratings for this week, for playing this week, by the way. But that's a different thing. But if you're saying there's a player there who isn't getting sort of looked after from a speciality point of view. I'm not blaming David Moyes for this, by the way. He's got a 20-odd fellas there with the egos. He's got to just do what he does.
Yeah.
But I'd want my centre forwards to if someone asked them to go, you know what, the one thing they do is they give us all the tools to get better.
Yeah.
The manager's gone and got a coach. We get taken here. I remember when Marco was there in his second season, Bowen Morty come in, which was a disaster for Everton. And he started taking the forwards. When we had a striker coach, we was taking them, who got sidelined for Lewis Bowen Morty, and the players just refused to do it and just walked off the pitch because it was terrible. We're like, no, we want to know that fella who is a good coach and was a big striker for this club on number 9 and knows a bit about playing up front. We want to go with him and do drills with him. So they'd finish training, then just go and work with Dunk after training.
Yeah.
To try and get better, but because they felt the other bit was a waste of time because this fella was not a very good coach and also a winger. Yeah. Not specialised.
Yeah.
And that's one little microcosm in it, and that'll go on up and down the country far and wide. There's try to do the 1% then.
Yeah.
If we can't go and spend 90 million on Akitake or 135 million on Isaac, then let's squeeze whatever we can do out the ones we've got.
Yeah.
And go, we're going to try to help you. We're going to develop you.
Because they're not going anywhere, so
see what we come up with.
Make them better.
You might get to the end of 3 months and he might still not be able to hit a barn door with a, Yeah. And you go, okay. all right, we tried everything. They're just not good enough, or maybe it's just moments in a game that they take a chance.
Yeah.
But it's all chaos, which is what Beto seems to thrive in when it's chaotic, and then he gets a goal.
Yeah.
And you go, okay, but I've tried everything to make him better.
That's it. We've removed all of our excuses.
That's it. So it's just they're not good enough. We maybe need a better, that'd be me anyway.
I agree.
Stephen Strong said, I like how the reporter came back at him on the striker thing. She did come back, didn't she?
She did, yeah.
And he did sort of go.
But then he came back at her. So she won't be back. She'll be back in a few weeks.
Fletcher says Wolves are in worse form in the league than West Ham. Just hope the Hill Dickinson Stadium plays its part in becoming a fortress. They are, but they made changes as well, didn't they? They made 9 changes. We made 7, so it wasn't a normal game, was it?
No.
Steve P says, do you think we need to start mixing it up, playing Grealish, attacking mid with and Jai on the left and Dibbling on the right in some games? Because we're becoming too predictable and too reliant going to the left. What do you think?
So where are we putting Dewsbury all at the back? So
problem with taking Dewsbury all out or playing him further back, which I do think he can play further back, by the way, because he's busy.
He's a running 8.
He is a running 8. Who misses out?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so who's getting dropped?
It's James Garner being dropped, who's been in good form, and it's James Garner going to left back and Michalenko's missing out. Or is Idrissa Gueye not playing? I don't personally think that's...
I don't see an Everton team without Idrissa Gueye in it, I'm afraid.
You better get used to 7 weeks in December and January when he's not there.
Until January. Yeah. Disclaimer. Yeah.
So let us know, Steve, would you leave out for it?
Yeah.
Dan W says, what's stopping the club letting Toffee TV into these press conferences? Evertonians in the room is no bad thing, especially when it seems like the media don't care. Accreditation, Dan, sadly.
Rubbish.
But
Old
you're right, the
accreditation.
media don't care. Really. Because
just generic questions, Dan.
The job is just there to get answers to these questions, isn't it? That's it. They're not really looking at it from wanting to know perspective. It's just...
They're not fans, are they? They're there to do a job.
Yeah. So
we want every bit of content we can get.
David Murphy says that was a car crash press conference by David Moyes. As you do, Baz, I have loads of respect for him, but he was awful there. Okay. Yeah. Fair point. Not going to try to dissuade you, mate.
No. We were looking at each other when we go.
Just a couple of things I thought, he doesn't seem happy today.
Yeah.
Jake says a lot of positive spins on the questions in that presser. A bit cringe at times. I know, but I think we also, one thing I would say, right, and I would say this, the reporter can't be saying to the manager, that was terrible the other night, you made a massive mistake, it's all your fault, them players were crap. Because they're never getting back in the room. Or he's just going to come, and that's not very professional, is it?
How many times do you hear combative questions in any press conference, ever?
Very rare, isn't it? It's very rare, which is why they were a big thing when there's one.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
You don't,
so,
it doesn't happen, does it?
You've got to ask it in a way that you're getting the answer you're looking for, and the manager's prepared enough to give you the answer without getting his back up. Yeah. If you get his back up, why would he give you an honest answer other than not being happy? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's great saying, oh, I'd go in and ask him this. Well, I would, but I'd have to ask him it in a way.
The phrasing is important.
The phrasing
and the language.
I put it across.
Yeah.
As a fan as well, I want to know this.
Yeah.
But I couldn't go in and go, we haven't won a cup for 31 years and you're 30 years and you're putting the team like that out. Why? Because that's not helpful to anybody. Yeah. It enables them to shut it down like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And just go, players needed to play.
Yeah.
I picked the team.
Yeah. Any more questions in the open section? Yeah.
So I understand there's a little, but there's a way to ask it. You've got to be almost a bit cuter in what you're asking. But I think there's also...
It's the dance, isn't it? You've got to sort of, you've got to vibe with it, and you've got to... It's a bit of a partnership.
I think the thing... Listen, I got loads of praise from my press conference questions in America, right?
Oh, here we go.
No,
God.
Listen.
I love me, who do you love?
No, listen, I did. But what I'm saying is, I did just simply because I was asking as a fan. I'm a fan, I'm not a BBC. I think Julie's an Evertonian, so fair play, and she has to ask in a way. But I'm not a Premier League productions reporter, am I? who rocks up and doesn't care. Do you know what I mean? I sat in Ruben Amorim's press conference and I wanted to ask him a question, but it was just for my own thing about him. It wasn't really about United. I didn't care what his answers were about United. I couldn't care less. Right? But he's there to do his job. So when I asked questions in that press conference, it was what I wanted to know as a fan. And obviously speaking to fans, we're all Evertonians, seeing their feedback. I thought people are asking this, so I'll ask that because they want to know, because we all want to know.
Yeah.
But those I can't have a go with those reporters because most of them aren't Evertonians, so they don't care. They're just doing a job.
They'll have the same questions every week, and they'll go, Fulham this week. Wolves this week.
Unless you're the one who asked them about Fulham when we were playing West Ham or whoever it was, remember? It was when we were playing
Brentford.
We were playing Fulham, and he asked them about Thomas Frank.
Because Thomas Frank was linked with the Everton show.
Nobody got the game wrong. He thought we were playing Brentford.
Yeah. Oh, was that what it was?
Yeah, and Dykes was like...
Yeah, good. Yeah, they're all right. Yeah. But that's it. They're just...
He's all right.
They're just boring questions.
So that's why it's a bit...
That don't intrigue or interest the fan. I think that's why
people were saying, we want you to go in, just because we know you'll ask as a fan. But that isn't how it works at the moment. So that's what I'm saying. My angle was different because I wanted to know, as a genuine Evertonian, what is happening. Yeah. Are we going for right wingers because we can get one?
Yeah.
You know, what about this? How about that? And he knew I was a fan, so therefore he's answering me honestly and truthfully, isn't he?
Yeah.
With those journalists, he knows what they're trying to do, which is trip him up.
Yeah.
Which is create something, which is why he's guarded.
Yeah.
So I think it is easy to sit outside of it and go, they were terrible, them questions. They weren't great, but then you're not going to get what we want because they're not really fans.
It's not fan content, is it? It's not this. No. It's not you up there asking questions, is it?
No, but it could be anyone. As a fan, I'm saying. And I think Julia tries to do it sometimes because she'll ask, or Joe Thomas tries to do it through the echo, but that's a different thing. But it's like you being in there. You'd ask him a question respectfully, wouldn't you? You wouldn't just go, what the fuck? But your question is, I'm more likely to want to hear your question because you're an Evertonian. So you're going to be feeling how most of us are feeling. Not everyone, because you can't ever speak for everyone.
No.
But you're going to generally ask a question that we're all wondering. You know, no one said, what's Maitland Roll's injury?
Yeah, which...
He's just been missing. So what's his injury?
Yeah, which I find bizarre, you know.
We haven't got Jarrett Brantwaite. We haven't got Maitland Roll this weekend for West Ham.
And I can't remember who said it, but you should have just an injury report that gets handed out. These are available. These are whatever.
When the manager says, though, they're not available, you'd surely go.
It was your follow-up question,
isn't it? What's Maitland's injury?
Yeah.
Can you just give us an update on Maitland Roll? What's his injury?
Yeah.
And then he goes, he's rolled his ankle, or he's got a slight calf strain, or he's got or whatever it may be.
But this comes back to what I've just said, though. It's just a list of boring questions, isn't it?
But that's what I'm saying. So you, as a fan, when you hear that, probably would have gone, what is Maitland? Can just catch David, what's Maitland Roll's injury?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you? Because you're thinking, well, he's out. So why is he out?
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing. I'd have gone back at him with Tierno Barry. What does he need to do? What are you seeing, or what do you think? Yeah. How come, whatever.
You've mentioned Adams a bit away. What does he need to do?
So they're all, as fans, so people would be going, Dave, they're brilliant questions. I'd rather you asked it than some other felt. That's what I'm saying. Not talking about me. I'm just saying when I was...
Sounds like you were.
No, it wasn't. What I'm saying is, because we're Evertonians, we're likely to ask what Evertonians are asking. Yeah. That's the frustration, is that they come out and you go, well, what is that? What is bloody Roll's injury? Yeah. No one knows. It's guarded. And why is it secret?
Yeah.
You thought he was going to be back. He said, I thought he'd have been back. Well, okay, well, what is it then?
Yeah. Do you think any of that's a bit of a knock on from the whole Brantwaite league?
It's good that it hasn't got out. If David Moyes doesn't want to tell me when I ask him what his injury is, then okay. Well, first I go, okay. Things are a bit weird, but fine. When they asked him what's Maitland's injury, he could have said he's just took a knock. Maitland Roll,
he did say that last week, didn't he?
I know, but he didn't say what, did he?
No, that's what I mean.
So I would chase that up. He's told me he's not available because he's injured. I'd ask him what the injury was. Other people might not be asked, but I'm just thinking, I wonder what that injury is.
Yeah.
You could say anything, couldn't he? You could go, he's got a slight back strain. He might have a knee problem. Or a night, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But he's giving me something when I'm asking. I just found it mad that he went back to Jared Brantwaite when he just said Merlin Rose not available. I thought he would have been available.
It's the clarity of the situation, isn't it? Because when you see it
I might be getting that wrong. That might be only me that wanted to know what it's in.
We both did, aren't we? We're just talking about two sides of the same coin, aren't we, really? But when you see like team news or whatever, so it'll be out on the official website. It'll have Brantwaite brackets, whatever the injury is. It's a footnote in it, but for us fans, it's not, because it's everything. Because we want to know when they might be back, when we can look forward to, and for Jared as well, and you're thinking, oh God, he's in a World Cup year and all this, all that, and your mind, because as we do as Evertonians, just runs away with itself because we haven't had the content that we so crave, and we have to keep asking why. We need someone to fill them gaps.
That's it, yeah.
And to be fair, they have put Everton embedded out this month on slightly little different tangent, so they are trying to fill that void because we just soak it up. But what we've got to think of, that this is a league stipulation where it's a closed shop.
Yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah,
and that's the only way we can sort of rationalise it in my head, anyway.
Adam says, as a 25-year-old that's seen one final in my lifetime, I find it a bit more difficult to just move on from the cup defeat as easily as the manager. But I guess it's always been this way. Focus on finishing top half rather than us having a go at a cup competition. I can't tell you
exactly.
I can't tell you how to feel, Adam.
No.
We're just as all frustrated. James is only 23, aren't you? James hasn't seen, anything either.
23? God.
And I know, baby. Oh. And it is frustrating, but we've tried to do is step back and go, are they looking at it this way? I trust me. You will have watched my match reaction video the other night. I wasn't happy. It was just like, how's this still happening? How is this still happening? It just feels like nothing changes in this cup. Yeah. We've had many different managers and it's always a similar outcome. You just go, the only one I can think of in recent times, we got to the quarter-final with Carlo and in both cups, and we got United in the League Cup, and we got City in the FA Cup quarters.
Yeah,
and you're like, we could have had someone totally. We've ended up with the two Manchester clubs, and United weren't that bad at that time, and yet we did all right in that game, and then we conceded two latest goals, and Man City was 84 minutes, before they took the lead, and then they got a second night at the end, and we lose both of them, and you go, got to the quarters in both, but we've been beaten by two decent. Well, City were the best, then United were all right. Wasn't United now.
No. Well, that City one, under Roberto, the ball was out. It was a ball about 4 yards out.
Yeah.
And it's, that's it. Or Wright Phillips jumping over Lescott.
Don't. That was when we had a good team as well.
Exactly. Yeah, there was no excuse.
McPartland went through after we'd equalised and should have scored. You remember?
I remember.
Missed. Sitter.
After the Yak scored that.
Yeah, scored a will.
Blinder.
Jake says, got offered the ticket last minute on Tuesday, took the night off work, went down full of positivity, should have known the outcome. Second, I couldn't figure out who was playing where when the lineup come out. We both thought wing backs, didn't we?
We did.
When I seen it.
Yeah.
I thought, okay,
Seamus
Seamus right wing back,
yeah.
Dwight left wing back, Godfrey at the back, mixed it up a bit.
Diblin's a bit closer.
Then you look and go, where's Diblin gone? What's the? Bill says it's harder for rotation players to come in all together rather than 2 or 3 at a time. Totally agree. Yeah. And
I know you just said it there, it didn't gel. I find that lads who spend their lives together don't gel. I find that crazy.
It is, man. They made 9 changes and won the game.
Yeah.
But Everton, I will say this, Everton, the second, they never looked like scoring in either half and won 2-0.
Yeah. He said there's much, didn't he, afterwards?
Do you know what I mean? And that's the frustration.
Yeah.
But the frustration for me was the way we played. We could have got at them and punished them, and it was all easy-osy, all night, a little bit like flat and no sharpness and that kind of thing. And that. Dan says also Oviedo was one of those more effort and skill type of players. What do you think? I thought he was all right, but he wasn't. Don't get me wrong, he wasn't amazing, but I thought he was all right.
Yeah. Obviously, the injury finished him, didn't he?
Yeah. Charlie Freak says McNeil, Irabunum, Beto, Patterson and Travers are not good enough. Barry and Dibbling need more game time. Still expect us to hammer West Ham on Monday. Hope so.
That's the spirit.
Ian Spencer says, should we be starting to get concerned over Roll's ability to stay fit, given his parent club stated it was one reason for letting him go?
What are they going to say? What's the best case scenario?
Their sporting director moaned when he went first.
Again, it's just a headline for headline sake, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did they get beat last week as well? Oh, we've lost it, but we're happy we lost him because of.
Yeah.
So,
We'll start getting concerned if this becomes a regular occurrence. But
yeah,
Everton have looked at his medical records. He can't get people through. But don't forget, it's a loan.
Yeah, and it's not Andy Gray. It's not him putting.
No,
Merlin Roll hasn't burnt half of his medical records.
No, but it's a loan as well.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't hit the stipulations of the loan, we won't buy him, will we?
You know exactly.
He played against Villa and he's missed Liverpool, Wolves and West Ham. And he might have just that injury. That means he needs a couple of weeks recovery.
Which is what we're 3 games in a week, basically, innit?
Yeah. And he got an injury
on the Friday.
The day before the derby, didn't he?
Yeah.
So he's missed 7 to 10 days.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be concerned at the moment, seeing
No.
that. He also says, do we know Patterson's attitude as being questionable in training? Otherwise seems unjustifies the comments towards him today. David Moyes literally come out and said a big thing about what he needs to do. Get himself in the right condition, which I find quite serious when a manager says that.
Yep.
And then get yourself fit and get yourself ready to play and then take your chance when you get the opportunity. Ask yourself this, Ian. I've always defended Patterson, by the way. We want him to do well. Ask yourself this. Why was he not given any game time at Wolves the other night if he's doing everything he possibly can? Unless the manager just doesn't like him. And I don't know on either front. And I don't think we've questioned his attitude. We've said he should be doing everything to play. Now, that he might turn around and go, I am doing absolutely everything.
Yeah, we don't know, do we?
He doesn't want me.
Yeah.
But what we're saying, what we applied to Nathan Patterson, but applying to we didn't single Nathan out for that, he was just getting used as an example. Every player, every one of those lads who were a bit part players so far this season should be doing that every day, extra work, because you should be making a manager think, have I missed a trick here by not playing him? We're not winning, and I'm not playing him. Let's try him.
Maybe it's because you said he should be embarrassed, but he should be.
If I'm in a team, a squad, right, and I'm not getting game time, and we have a cup where we know the manager's going to make changes. Say I'm a centre forward, and the manager puts a centre back up front over me. I'm embarrassed because I'm thinking
he should be. Yeah.
What the fuck? This is he might not want to play me in the league at the moment, but this is an opportunity. How is he getting in? Or a midfield player? Why is he preferring a centre midfield player up front than me? I'd be fuming.
Yeah.
And I'd be thinking, I need to look at me.
Yeah.
If I'm getting in. Because they all should be. They all want to play, surely. They all want to play.
Yeah.
Do you know what I've said lots of times, and I get shot down sometimes with it, is that Patterson's got all the attributes you want.
Yeah.
Right?
Said it when we were talking about it, weren't we? In depth?
He's got it all.
Yeah.
When you look at it, don't get me wrong, he's not amazing on the ball, but he's decent on the ball, decent enough, puts a good ball in.
Yeah.
He's got a good engine on him. He's a big lad, but he's, for whatever reason, and I don't just blame Nathan for this, we have stalled his progression as well. Managers haven't treated him fairly.
Yeah.
Things like that. But then he's never been able to stay fit either.
No.
So there's a bit of 50-50 on it, I think. He might argue that it might be more 70-30 on the club side's fault, but right now...
But they will do, because players look for excuses.
He's got to be disappointed. He's got to be disappointed that he's not getting... he's not Adam Asnu, who the manager can almost argue away, going, you're just a few weeks into a new environment, want to build you up before we put you in. Nathan's played Premier League games, he's played in cup games.
Yeah.
He's played for Scotland at an international level.
Yeah.
He must be massively disappointed that he's not getting 10 minutes on a pitch when Jake O'Brien is playing every minute of every game at right back. Surely.
I agree. So,
Ian says also Alcaraz had a shocking pre-season, so I'm not surprised his game time's been very limited, and his performance on Tuesday did himself no favours. Yeah, he didn't have a good game, but he was better than McNeil, and he got dragged off before Dwight McNeil. So I found that one very weird. If you're going on judging them on how they're doing in a game.
Yeah. I think when he's come on too late for me as well in other games.
He was very good against Mansfield. Like, very good, and scored. Harrison Armstrong, the man of the match, but he was good that night, scored a good goal.
Yeah.
He created an opportunity for Dibbling, which he should have scored. Should have hit the target with on his right foot. But yeah, he hasn't been good enough, and that's another one he can't complain.
Can't sulk, can you?
The manager,
go out and do better.
The man, he played him at Leeds.
Yeah.
Didn't he? He was on the wing, but he played him at Leeds. He can't have any complaints. If Charlie's not happy, then you've got to do more.
Yeah.
Don't, again, remove the excuses that the manager can give you.
Yeah.
So when you ask the question, the manager goes, you might have a point there.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, this is definitely the last couple. Jake says, I thought Barry was good against Brighton at home in terms of link-up play. Couldn't have done much more. We set him up to fail the other night with the players around him. Asnu and Patterson both should have started the other night. Well, yeah, if you're going to really give players a go, then why not give them all a go? Yeah. And then you're removing excuses a bit from yourself, because you're going, well, I've given Nathan, he hasn't played. I give him a go. I've given Asnu a game and he hasn't played. We had to see what he was like. It was almost like halfway out. That didn't do anyone any favours, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Steve says he'd play Garner at right back with Adrisha and Dewsbury all behind Greaves. I did say this yesterday, didn't I? I said one way you can get someone at right back who can put a better cross in and have a vision of a ball down the line or a good bit of passing go beyond is James Garner at right back instead of Jake, because he's naturally going to go forward. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe the manager could look at it for certain games.
O'Brien in the middle.
Or you could do that while Jared's out,
Yeah.
That might get you higher up the pitch, mightn't it?
Yeah.
There's a few things he can do, but it's a difficult one, isn't it?
Well, we're going to just go and win on Monday. And then all this will be rubbish.
Just win on Monday. All this will be
sound. What is it? Today,
sound.
Tomorrow's chip papers. All these comments.
Yeah, that is correct. That is correct. We were linked with Franklin O'Dew yesterday as well. Again, he's one I mentioned in August. I'd have took him. I'd have absolutely took him. Without a shadow of a doubt.
I don't know anything about him, so I can't.
Well, he can play wide. He can play through the middle. He's quick. Scores goals.
He's quick.
He's 20.
He won't be on our list.
Yeah, there is that. I did see that comment before. Someone saying it was poor that we got beat at Liverpool. I mean, if we take away that we don't like them very much and they're from our city, the league champions who have won every game they've played and have spent $500 million in just under $500 million in the transfer window. So we ran them close. And I'm not one for pat you on the back for only getting beat 2-1, but we wasn't 6-0.
No.
And
there's been plenty of times
we've
gone there.
Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't describe it as poor. I think the opening half an hour, our performance was a bit poor.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't describe losing to them as poor. Wolves the other night, I would describe it as poor. But, but there you go. Right. We're going.
That it?
That's it.
As quick as that?
Well, I mean, we've done an hour and 20 minutes and it's normally an hour show, so.
Oh, well.
There you go.
Bonus.
Let's just make sure we do it. Let's just make sure we go and beat West Ham on Monday.
That's it. Yeah.
That's all we
Look
can
forward to it. Home again.
We will, of course, be back on Monday. But, Dave won't, because he lives somewhere else now. It's more difficult for him to get in. But a big thank you to Dave for coming in. So check out the match preview. Me and Dave have done. That'll be out tomorrow. So look out for that one.
At 3:00, so you don't need to use any unscrupulous methods to watch any other Premier League game.
Do whatever you want. I don't care.
You can just watch us. Just watch the preview. Yeah.
That's all.
If you want to go to a game after that, then that's your prerogative. We won't question it.
Very much.
But 3:00 preview.
Much. Get on it. Like, subscribe, do all that. Have a great weekend as well. See you later. Bye.